using different cultural codes. So let's see, let's try to understand and maybe ask, if the other person reacts in a strange way, then I can ask, okay, excuse me, I'm not sure that we understood each other. And then you will find out worlds, I can tell you. And not just with people from other countries, also with people who come from your same country. Is it like this, that we have misunderstanding because we are influenced by so many different cultures, the family culture, your discipline cultures, your also local cultures, and so on and so on. So it's always important to be sure, okay, are we really understanding each other before getting angry, for example, and talk about that. Also cultural elements, for example, a very easy one is like the greeting. Yeah, like for me was hard when people wasn't say hello. Yeah, they start working and they don't look at you. Or you are with a friend, your friend meets someone and they speak and they don't introduce you. That was very hard for me because I thought, hey, I'm existing, don't you see me? Please introduce, because I'm used that people in Italy is usually, you try to say always hello, you give importance to greetings, no? Depending where and who and so on, but that is a normality. And here, and so I felt very excluded and very not important, and I thought maybe this person doesn't like me or whatever. And then I understood that actually doesn't have anything to do. It's just like that people are not so used to, so they don't need to say hello every time or how are you doing. But it doesn't mean that they don't like you or that they are unfriendly or something. So it's like a normality, a different normality. Now, also not being introduced is not because of not being friendly, but because it's not normal, it's not used, you know? And another thing that was quite funny is this concept of Aufdringlichkeit. Yeah, that is very different of what I was observed as normality in Italy, for example. That a friend, he was saying, if a student sees you and doesn't say hello to you, he doesn't want to be aufdringlich, so he doesn't want to come into your private sphere. You know, you are outside. And I was like, no, he's very unpolite. Why doesn't he say hello to me? Or another situation of Aufdringlichkeit. A friend says, Luisa, imagine that I come to your house and just ring without saying to you anything to get a coffee. I was like, oh, how beautiful. No, Luisa, that would be aufdringlich, because I should call you and let you know that I do it. So there are different, as I said, everyone is different contexts is different, but there are certain styles, certain normalities. So, and there you need to be just open and try to understand, okay, what is normal and what is not, but that doesn't mean that you have to be like this, because you create together a new culture. Like my friend, I can tell him, it's not aufdringlich, it's wonderful, so just come, you know. So people are a creature who can always learn.
Ich habe bemerkt, wir sind lauter als jede andere wahrscheinlich Nationalität. Wir sprechen allgemein lauter. Unsere Sprache, egal was wir sagen, auch wenn das was Schönes ist, wir haben lauter Stimme. Wahrscheinlich, das stört andere Leute. Sie gucken wahrscheinlich nur ein bisschen böse, aber das alles, und wir merken das, ja, wir diskutieren über das später oder sowas.
As always, I have to start with, it depends. But there is also a certain style we can recognize. That's for sure a formal style. It's very different than in English. No? In the English research projects, for example, you are all with, it's the same if you are a professor or not, you are all with first name. But in Germany, actually, you speak with your professor, for example, usually with the last name. And professor?
Just if you meet a person first time and if it's not your beside student or it's a professor or it's any administrative person, you should not use the du as first and you should not use the first name. But in the end, if there is a misunderstanding, you can clarify.